Hi everyone, I'm JD from Willow Journals and I have got a few fun things to share with you in this video. It's the start of the month, so I'll give a bit of a Willow World update. First thing to announce is there is a flash Etsy sale, store-wide, 50% off some of my journals and digitals. And then 25% off everything else. So all other journals and embellishment packs, they are 25% off. That will last until the end of the day, so midnight. So the link is down below to my Etsy shop, Willow Bound Journals. And here in front of me, I have this beautiful pack from Your Creative Studio. I did an unboxing of this previously on my channel, and I put it all in here, and I just love how it looks in this bag. These are some other things as well. I was going to keep this and document it in my personal journal, but I thought that would be so cool in a journal that I make with this kit. And the washi tape with the bees, and this booklet didn't quite fit, it was quite chunky. I love this. There's just so many pages. Look at that, oh my goodness. So I'm gonna make so many fun collages and tags with this. There's even vellum pieces in there. Very, very cool. So for my next Make a Journal With Me series, I am going to be doing a bee themed journal using items from the Your Creative Studio bee box. And I thought that would be fun because last month over on my Patreon, the journal that I made was an Alice in Wonderland journal showing how I use a printable kit. So this printable kit comes from Artie Mays over on Etsy. And I just shared how I print them out and how I make use of the pages and the different ephemera to, do pages like this using all the different pieces. So that was quite fun. And I thought this time I'll show you how I use an actual physical kit and only using this to make, the cover, the feature pages and the embellishments. So tags, journal cards. We're going to do some collaging. Maybe some masterboards to make the tags, and obviously I'll add some of my own blank pages to have the writing paper, but all of this will be the decorative elements of the journal, and there might be enough to make two. So what I've got here is a yellow envelope, and I thought I could make use of the yellow color and really lean into that for this bee themed journal. So it's going to be yellow themed, and I also have the paper bag. So I thought maybe I could make one paper bag journal, one envelope journal in that series. Not too sure what I'll do yet. We'll just see where inspiration takes me. But yeah, basically over on my Patreon for the month of August, I will be sharing a video series making this journal or journals from start to finish. So if you'd like to see that series, feel free to head on over to my Patreon. The link is down below in the description box, and that's basically where I share extra videos, and each month I share a different journal making series. So in January I started off by making myself 2 Daphne's Diary personal journals. We did a bird journal, we did a sewing themed journal, we did a bunch of Edith Holden journals, and different types of journals. We did paper bag journals, envelope journals, and later on I'm going to be doing some vintage French journals, some botanical, all my favorite themes, and I think I'm going to do another personal journal with all my favorite things in it as well. I'm really excited about that. But yeah, for August we're doing a bee themed journal, and let me see, I will also show you, so that's for the Sapphire tier, which is the first tier that gets access to videos. The next tier up is the Ruby tier, and this is what I've got to share with you, lovely rubies. Rubies get every single digital kit from my Etsy, so as soon as you become a Ruby, you instantly have access to every kit in my Etsy shop. They're all available over on my Patreon website. But I also every month release new digitals that aren't on my Etsy, that are only on Patreon. And so this is a sneak peek of some of them. Previous month I put up these ones. These are vintage French postcards. Just a couple of days ago, I believe it was, I put up these 4 postcards. Lovely, beautiful vintage postcards. And coming up later, I will then add these. So these are 25 backs of vintage postcards. Some of them have the writing and the stamps. Others just have the writing, no stamp. and other ones just have the blank card as well. So I actually prefer the blank card because they're the ones that I would cut out, stick onto a page of my journal and use it as journaling space. So this is more, decorative, which is great, and I would use these more for pockets or to paper clip in as ephemera. And then I would either print it on thicker paper or stitch it onto coffee dye paper so I can write on the back of it. But I love using the plain, the blank ones, because then I can just stick it directly onto the page and I have that writing space, which I absolutely love. So all the options are there. There's all different ones. And that's already formatted as a PDF. So that will be available on my Patreon coming up. And for the amethyst tier, which is 2 higher than the ruby tier, they get these printed out and sent to them in the mail. So that's why I've got 2 copies of these different postcards, and they will get those sent to them physically in the mail. The one below that is the emerald tier, and that's where you get access to the Intentional Life course. So this is the workbook that I made for it, which takes you through all of the prompts. It's usually a month-long course with a prompt every day for 1 month, but you don't have to do it in 1 month, which I'm not doing that this year. I am just using the prompts whenever I want them, and there's some different pieces you can also print out twice if you want, just certain things, so you can cut things out and add it as decoration. It's sort of like a magazine with my own photo inspiration and examples as well. You could just use this workbook if you wanted and use it as the journal, or you could just keep this digital. It's a thing that you can download, so it's a PDF, not a thing. So you could just keep it as a PDF and then journal on your own in a separate journal. But yeah, you get the workbook as well as access to the Marco Polo Willow group, which is where we can send each other videos in real time. It's like FaceTime, I guess, but they stay up, and you can either watch them if you're around live or go and watch them on replay, and they just always stay up, and it's been really, really fun. Just journeying with these lovely ladies. Some of them I've journeyed with 2 years through the Intentional Life course, and it's just so amazing. And to see their creative space, to see what's on their desk. They give us flip-throughs of their journals and share updates on their prompts and things like that. It's so great. And big shout out, just want to shout out to especially Margot, Joe, Anurida, and Susan, and Amber, and Cheryl, Laurie, and Moana. I think I got everyone. I hope I got everyone. You guys are amazing, and past people too, Diana, Sondra, you guys are wonderful. I really feel like that connection with you guys when I can actually see your face, and you don't have to show your face if you don't want to. You can just show your desk, what's on your desk, or take us for a walk around where you live. Some people have done that too, and they just chat while they're walking or even driving. They'll just chat while they're driving and give us a bit of a life update. So yeah, feel free to become part of the Intentional Life course. You can join anytime, and same thing with Patreon. It used to be that you were charged on the 1st of every month, but now you're charged on the day you sign up. So it works exactly like a Netflix subscription or a Spotify subscription. You get a month of access automatically until you want to cancel, and you can cancel anytime. So I know some people like to just get access to the printables, or just one of them make a journal with me series, so they'll just sign up for 1 month, download everything they want to download, watch every video they want to watch, and then cancel out at the end of the month. So you are welcome to do that, whatever is within your budget. Final tier is the diamond tier, which is you get something sent to you in the mail a bit bigger though than the printable kit. So you might get a happy mail or a journal, an embellishment pack, something like that sent to you in the mail. So those are the different tiers. If you would like to become a patron, you are most welcome. I literally cannot do this without you guys. You pay for my you know, the petrol in my car, the food on my table, the roof over my head. You literally do. As a small business owner, I'm still new to this kind of thing. I'm not the most business-minded person at all. So it is a week-to-week paycheck for me. Like, I live week to week. What is that saying? So I very much am so thankful. It gets a bit nervous each new month because you always lose patrons and get new patrons, but sometimes the balance is more in the loss, and it's like, oh no. But absolutely, you never ever have to apologize for not being able to become a patron or for stopping being a patron. I get lovely emails from people saying, with apologies, and it's like, you never have to apologize. I totally understand. You guys are living paycheck to paycheck as well. A lot of you are dealing with some really rough things in life as well, and you know, you keep yourself and your health and your family's health as the priority. And I will always be here on YouTube, trying my best to put out a daily video for you. And I'll always put my tutorials on my channel. That's something I've decided, is the tutorials will always be on my channel so that everyone can have access to those to make things at home, to be inspired to create at home. And the Make a Journal with Me series, I moved those over, just to explain that, I guess. I moved those over to my Patreon because I don't really enjoy making those videos. They're a lot of work. It's a bit, it's very time consuming, and it's quite hard for me to find the time to film them because of, you know, noise, outside noise, neighbors, people are at home. So I can only film at certain times of the day, with lighting and everything as well. It makes it a bit difficult. And so, yeah, anyway, they're just one of my least favorite types of videos to film. So I thought, for my dear patrons who are literally putting the food on my table, I feel like it's justified then for me to put in that effort to do those types of videos, because I know they tend to appreciate them. I get lots of lovely comments from my dear patrons saying they're so excited to follow along with the series, or they're really excited for a particular theme that I'm going to be doing. So that's been really encouraging for me, because if I didn't get that kind of feedback, I guess I'd be like, well, what's the point if it's hard to do and find the time, and it's not something I really enjoy anyway, and they're not even watching them or getting anything out of them. What's the point? But because I know they're actually following along, some people become a patron just to watch them and make the journal with me. That makes me so happy to know that people out there are making the thing alongside me, because it kind of feels less like isolated, if that makes sense. You know, I love the idea that we're making something together. That is so fun. Anyway, let's just explain that. I know it can feel a bit, you know, even hurtful or neglectful that there's some things that are only on Patreon and not on my channel. I totally understand. When I follow people as well and they only have things on Patreon, I feel a bit left out, or I feel a bit sad. But I totally understand. It's a business. This is my full-time job. This is what I do for a living. And if you would like to support me in that, in a financial way, sort of like a monthly sponsorship, that definitely makes a huge difference in my day-to-day, week-to-week living. So thank you so much to all my beautiful patrons. I just did up the list here in the live I did yesterday. So huge thank you to you guys. If you would like your name added to the list here, feel free to head on over. Little update about the Beyond Blue mental health fundraiser and how the book is going. So we're getting some more donations coming through from some ladies who have emailed me, which is wonderful. If you would like to donate for that, you can also email me for my address if you would like to send in some crafty items that will be made up into mystery packs, and 50% of which goes to Beyond Blue, an organisation in Australia that helps with, you know, depression, anxiety, suicide, mental health issues, and then 50% goes towards helping me publish a book that is my own sort of book practice, creative practice to help with my own mental health, well-being. And the aim of this book is, well, one, for it to help me first and foremost, but to help anyone else who reads it, for them to know they're not alone in their own struggles, and that it's hopefully a soft place to land, a place where you can feel seen and understood and known, and a place where you feel held and supported, and a place where you feel loved. Sometimes when you pick up a book, it just feels like you're being hugged by the book, or you just feel like you're just so seen by the book, like the book is a mirror and you just feel so seen. Anyway, I hope that's what my book will be. You never can tell, but I do hope that it will be something soothing and comforting for people to know they're not alone. They're not alone in this world, because life can be hard, right? Life can be very, very hard. I am working on the book. I kind of lost my train of thought there. And where I am up to basically is I've done the words. The first half of the year I did the writing part of it. And then I thought the second half of the year I was going to actually just do the finished pages, boom, 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 one after the other. But how this process is working at the moment is I'm just now working on the background pages. And then it's sort of like a 3-step process: words, pages, and then combining the words onto the pages. That's the final step. Well, the final step is putting it all into digital form and formatting it, and which I'm not looking forward to, but we'll worry about that at the end of the year. So currently I am working on just my background pages. So lots of painting, lots of collaging, lots of gathering of my favorite pieces of papers and ephemera and photos, and yeah, just having a lot of fun with that. So I'm not really sure how it's going to turn out, like where the words are going to land onto those collages. A little nervous about that, but at the moment I'm just trying to have fun creating backgrounds and using the things. I always say that's like my catchphrase for the year, is to use the things. No more hoarding, no more hiding things away in drawers and boxes. Use all of those favorite things. Speaking of that, I am considering in September launching my newest journal course. The ladies in the live yesterday helped me brainstorm by being a sounding board for me. I always want to be releasing a new journal course every year, because I love teaching journal courses. Even more than making journals, I love filling up a journal. And if I can help others fill up a journal, that's wonderful. So I've been playing around. I've talked about like the list journal course, doing a journal course with the Daphne's Diary journal to show how I actually fill one, because I make a lot of journals out of Daphne's Diary and I get lots of questions about how do you actually, fill up a journal like that. So I do want to do that in the future as well, like show how to fill up a Daphne's Diary journal. You can join along with me with that. And I've got other courses in the works, like the Keepsake journal course, the Treasure journal course, the Vintage journal course. But what is really speaking to my heart at the moment is a Use the Things course, because that's what's been my theme for the year. And I want to encourage you to use the things too. And when we do it together, it's a bit more accountability, a bit more motivation, a bit more inspiration to do that, to actually do that. Like not just intend to do it, but actually do it. Because I always say I will, but I never do. So I've got a whole bunch of, pretty laces and fabrics and wallpapers and cards and, all sorts of papers and photos that I printed out that I haven't used, and things from my real life that I've just tucked away and like, oh, that's too special to do something with right now. Scrap pieces of paper and pretty decorative things and napkins that I've just been like, oh, they're too nice. Even though it's a scrap, it's still too nice. And once I use that last bit of scrap, then it's gone, so I keep the scrap forever. So I want to gather all of those things. Some of them could be treasures, some of them can be scraps, some of them can be store-bought, some of them can be just found objects, some of them can be beautiful laces and fabrics, others can just be whatever. Combine it all. Anything and everything, those things in your stash that you have kept for some reason, that you love for some reason, whether it's trash or treasure, and to just use them, to actually just use them. And it doesn't need to be this perfectly thought out journal where you organize each page and it's perfectly presented and every page has to be beautiful. No, we're just going to tell our stories using what we have. We're going to share the memories that we want to record on the pages and use the things to decorate the pages. And if we just do that, use the things that we are drawn to, the pages are already automatically going to be meaningful to us because we're using those special pieces. And instead of saying, I will wait until I can have the right amount of time for the perfect spreads to create, that's never going to happen for me. So instead, I'm just going to do it now, or like in September. That's the aim anyway. And just really work on the nowness of it, and like just putting it on the page, and it doesn't matter how it comes on the page, just getting it down, because those memories, they fade over time. And sometimes with a scrap of paper, I'll forget why I kept it, or a piece of ephemera, like, what is this even referring to? Or a scrap, I won't like it anymore. I'll be like, I liked that in the past, but I don't like it now. So use it now when you're enjoying it. Anyway, that's a long thing. I'll talk more about that later. But all to say, let me know if you're interested in that course. Start date, I'm hoping for, September 1st. So we'll see how that goes. Yeah, I think that's about all that I wanted to share here. Just things that are happening in my creative world, creative space. Hope you guys are doing well, and let me know what crafty or creative project you have in the works at the moment, or what's inspiring you at the moment. If you have any video requests or things you would like to see, feel free to let me know in the comments as well, or feel free to email me anytime. Always love your lovely messages. Thank you so much for your amazing support, and I will get started filming this video series and making this a bee-themed journal over on my Patreon. Thanks for watching, guys. A big thank you to my beautiful patrons who supported me in July. I literally cannot do this without you, so it means the absolute world to me. If you would like to support me for the month of August, feel free to head on over to my Patreon. The link is down below in the description box, and that is where you get access to extra videos, the Make a Journal With Me series, and the sneak peeks to my journals and creations, and first access for all of those, plus printables, every digital kit in my Etsy, and mail tiers, and lots of fun goodies over there. You are also welcome to donate through PayPal or buy me a coffee as a once-off thing anytime. Thank you so much for all of your support and for being here with me on this creative journey.